are you struggling carrying complete apes in solo queue and you don't know what to do to carry them, then I basically have a really good video to explain to you guys what it takes and how to fix it and basically how to carry these weasels. And let's get to it, okay? So basically this is a game where I am, well, I currently have 0-6 mid lane, 0-3 top lane, and 0-4 support Brom, okay? And this is a game where basically all of my laners are basically inting, and I'll be showing you how to carry these games where your laners are literally, well, 0-10 solo laners, 0-4 support. Essentially I have 3 losing lanes, okay? And this is especially targeted towards low elo, because I mean the thing is that not many people can explain exactly how to just carry these games, and it's not easy, and even for me, but I'm explaining to you like what it takes to carry. And I mean basically I have been challenger for 13 years, and the concepts that I'm gonna explain you is the same concepts that help these people to climb from silver to platinum after 2 hours of coaching within 3 weeks, right? And there's like many more people like those where basically I'm explaining concepts that will help you climb, and you can always replicate it every single game, okay? And let's get to it, and I'll show you what you have to do to carry these games. And it starts with understanding that as a jungler, especially if you're behind though, you don't want to trade kills, okay? If you trade kills, it's really bad, because if you trade kills, you cannot be at the right place at the right time, and you can't punish the noobs, okay? And especially if enemy team has 3 winning lanes, I want you to think from their perspective. Their laners are gonna play permanently aggressive. Their top lane is gonna play aggressive, their mid lane is gonna play aggressive, and their bot lane is gonna play aggressive. So look here, do you see how my Irelia is getting chased? I know for a fact, if I would spend my time helping him here, I can't help my bot lane. Because look what's going on in the bot lane. My bot lane is getting omega cooked here, and think from enemy perspective. Do you think that they're gonna just let them play on the tower when they have Ezreal Karma? They won't, right? And here, because I actually based, and I'm rushing towards the bot side here, you can see that what happens here is that they want to play aggressive. Think from their perspective. They're not gonna let them breathe. So, knowing this information, I rushed towards the bot side. I didn't waste any time on the top side, and I'm going towards the bot side here. So of course, right now I'm going for a gank. I will explain a little bit about how I gank here, right? So, I mean, nothing too crazy. My LeBlanc came from behind, killed him, and we just killed him here, okay? But this is the most crucial part if you want to keep on snowballing. My goal is to help you climb faster with my videos. Check out my Patreon where I upload coaching sessions, courses, and live classes that has helped multiple players climb to high elo, including Challenger. Or book a private coaching with me on my website. So right now I got the Anivia passive, and I'm getting out of here. The very crucial part you have to understand as a jungler is that you will not win any skirmishes if Graves is around. So the thing that I'm trying to do is get tempo over him and make a play. This whole sequence here, the only reason I managed to kill the bot lane here is because I saw my top laner dying, and I didn't even bother helping him, because I know that even if he dies, I will be able to get something when he uses his tempo for top lane. And what I got here essentially is a bottom kill. I just landed a spear, killed him, and now I'm basically bouncing, you see? So the moment I see Graves on my screen, I'm like, I'm out. So how do I start carrying this game? Now currently, you know, it's still not looking very good, right? So I'm gonna tell you my thought process here so you can do it yourself. So at the moment, if you think from, well, first of all, my perspective. I'm the only one that's fed, and my laners are omega cooked. So what do I want to do here? The Drake is spawning basically, or it is right here, and I can't contest, okay? I already know that, okay, it's gonna be quite difficult to contest the Drake. But of course, I'm just trying to like see how many spears I can land. And if I can poke them enough, then maybe I can contest him, right? So here you can see that I poked him a lot, and I can basically contest this. But what would happen here is that if I couldn't contest this, I would just give the Drake, pathing the top side. But here, because well, they're doing the Drake, I mean, I didn't know they were doing Drake. I found it kind of crazy. But basically right here, they finished the Drake. I killed the Nivea. I know Graves is very low HP, so I'm trying to see what I can do here. But the moment I got a kill here, this is the moment where I'm trying to see if I can get something. If there's nothing I can get, I will just look for a base. But like I said, I knew that enemy Graves was very low HP. So I was trying to hunt him here. As you can see, I'm just trying to kill him. LeBlanc kills him, maybe. Okay, nice, perfect. Okay. This is the crucial part where, especially if you're up in tempo, which I am, and as a jungler, you have to think a bit about base timers. These fundamentals are super important. Why is this? Because if you have good base timers, okay, it allows you to be as strong as possible, okay, which is very important, because this allows you to have higher chances of winning fights and objectives fights. Essentially fighting, okay? And usually as well, if you have a good base timer, you can then path towards the lane you want to path towards too. So I just want you to look at the map state here. I have all my camps up, Graves is dead. And technically I don't want to play mid lane, I don't want to play top lane. The only lane I can low-key play around is my bot lane, okay? So now, because I'm in enemy bot side jungle, if their bot lane plays aggressive, they will die. And look at them. Do you remember how I said, like, especially if the enemy team is winning, they will play aggressive? Do you see here how their bot lane is playing aggressive? They're playing aggressive and now I punish them. So now I get a double kill here. Perfect. So I'm gonna pause the video here and I want you to tell me how I'm gonna win this game. My top lane is still not that useful. And I basically just killed enemy bot lane. I have 2.2k gold. Like, please pause the video and think, okay, what would you do right now at this moment to win this game? Hope you paused. But right now, what I'm thinking about after I get something, right, is the following. What I want to play for. Right now, I have identified I kind of want to play bot lane. So what do I do here? I want to clear top to bot. Why is it top to bot? General rules that if you want to play bot side, you want to clear your weak side camps. Your weak side camps is basically the camps that you will, you know, just leave. Sorry, not leave, but like that's the side where you don't want to go towards. So let's say I want to play bot side. This is my strong side on the bot side. This is my weak side. So the general rule that I always have is that if you want to play top lane, you want to clear your bot lane. If you want to clear bot lane, you want to clear top lane, okay? So here I found a Graves trying to take my weak side camps. Now he died, okay? So as he died here, why is it so important to clear your weak side camps? Because right now, if let's say mid lane's fighting, bot lane's fighting, I can ignore every single camp here, go straight for a gank, if, you know, there's any action, and I can always go back to farming. If there's nothing going on, then, you know, I would just keep farming. You can see here, I want you now to visualize, imagine Graves is alive, and he sees me showing here on mid lane, on a ward for some reason. He could now look to invade my topside camps, and I cannot protect it. That's why it's very important to clear your weak side camps. And as you can see here, I am skipping my camps to try to kill a Nivea. And I found a Nivea here. And of course, because I cleared my weak side camps, he can't take this. And in this situation, I do want to play for the Gribbies. Or actually the Rift Herald, I guess. So after I get the Rift Herald here, this is the thing as a jungler you have to recognize. Enemy team has basically one turn to do something. Okay? So right now, as I take this objective, because I didn't clear my weak side camps, he could maybe take this. But of course, the main reason why I went for this objective is because this timer that Anivia died, the moment he's back alive, he can for sure take the Rift Herald, and I cannot do much about it. And that's the main reason why I'm gonna take this objective right now. Usually if I'm ahead, I don't really care about this objective instantly, but if you're behind, you want to take whatever objective you can get and try to stall the game and farm up. So right now you can see I'm taking the objective, and the first thing I'm gonna do is check, okay, what do I want to play for? Bot lane. Do I need to base? I do have my item power spike, so I do think I'm probably gonna base here. Nice. So why do I know I'm on a base here? Because look at my item. I just bought Shadow Flame. And running all the way from here, all the way to bot side, takes a while. So instead of like running from here to here, when I got my item power spike, I'm deciding to base instantly. Now, if there's any fight in the bot side, I could rush there, kill them. And now, because I cleared my weak side camps, even if I show bot lane, if he invades me, he cannot get anything. So, if there's nothing going on, I'll farm. If there's action, I'll join. But of course, if let's say Graves can be here around and counter ganking, I don't want to do something. You can see here, I'm just hiding here. And as you can see, think from their perspective. They see Misfortune dead, so why would they not hit the tower here? So because I see them hit the tower here, spear him, and I kill this guy as well. So now I got another juicy kill here, okay? So the moment I got these kills, essentially Graves is just farming. So this is just like a little bit of zone tracking, which is that in general, after you get these kills, you should think about, okay, is my mid lane in danger? Is my top lane in danger? And why is this important? Because essentially I just got 2 kills, okay? Usually if you take a kill and objective, you'll be 1-0 or 2-0 up. Now the enemy team has a chance to make it like, let's say, okay, I mean I got 2 kills, but let's just say I was 1-0, okay? Because I got those 2 kills. Now the enemy Graves has a chance to make it 1-1 because, you know, I lost tempo. And when I say I lost tempo, I basically am slower on the map than Graves, and he can make a play and I cannot match that, okay? So your job after you get this kill is now to think, okay, I'm currently 1-0 up. I need to make sure I stay 1-0. Now the thing I'm thinking about is, okay, what am I thinking about right now? I'm thinking right now, okay, what can Graves do? My top lane's dead. Well, doesn't matter. My mid lane is LeBlanc, should be fine. My bot lane is gonna try to push, but both their bot lanes dead. So technically Graves has no place on the map, and as long as he cannot do anything, I am giga chilling. So now I found Anivia, and I killed Anivia here. Wonderful. Boom. I'm gonna pause the game right now and look at my gold, and I want you to think what you would do right now. Like, the most important thing, if you wanna learn, is that pause this and think what you wanna do right now, and I will explain my thought process, because this way you will learn better as well, okay? So right now, the Drake spawned in 50 seconds, and the question now becomes, do I wanna fight for it, yes or no? Because how do you carry losing lanes? The most crucial part about carrying losing lanes is tempo. When I say tempo, it's being first on the map and then being able to do something or getting numbers. So how do you get numbers? So, well, how you get numbers is technically hovering a side lane, making sure they push out the wave, and when the enemy team catches the wave, you can then rotate and move towards the Drake. However, in this situation, look at my top, look at my mid, and look at my bot. Usually I like to look at items. 2 items, 2 items, 2 items, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So if they decide to group 5 men, okay, and I have 2 items, but enemy jungle doesn't, do you think that I win? Probably not. So especially if you have losing lanes, you don't want to teamfight. Unless you have man advantage. So right now my mindset is, okay, I don't want to contest the Drake. Only if I make a pick. Or, yeah, basically if I make a pick. Legit, that's it, you know? Because I think that I wouldn't win it unless I make a pick, basically. So that's my mindset at the moment, okay? And let's see what I do. Right now I am moving into the bot side. Because I think Karma was very low. He had to go back to base. And me as Needly, I can now... I technically have tempo right now. Why is this? Because Karma is in base. They can be maximum 3. And we're 4 here, right? And if you look at our champions, I have Needly. And I'm playing against champions without any engage. So technically, they have no vision here. Look at their vision. This is their vision. Imagine now, we push the mid lane wave, which I'm covering. So they can get the wave. And then they can move. If they come in, I can now spear their faces. You can see here probably that I will pull it out towards the bush. But now, because I realize that we have tempo, which means we have the first move on the map, and we have man advantage, because Misfortune pushed in the wave. Now Ezreal's catching. If anyone overextends on the mid lane, they're dead. So just a small tip. I want you to look at the wave states. Here, okay? So look, this is minute 12, okay? Do you see how the waves are like this? At minute 12, the mid wave is around here. And actually they kind of changed the wave state, I guess. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is that you can easily look to kill the enemy team, especially if you have man advantage. And oh, hold up, I went completely wrong time. It was around this timer, I believe. Yeah, this timer. Okay, so look here. Technically, we got mid lane push here. Now, because we got mid lane push here, we have +1 as numbers. So now you can see while they're showing mid lane, and we have +1, Anivia cannot 4v2 this. So simply because our tempo over the enemy team, we now managed to make a pick. And because we managed to make a pick now, we basically get the objective here. But of course, if you do the objective here, you might have to give the, you know, something in return, which is okay. And the general rule that I have is that if I'm not in the play, I will usually ping my laners back. So you can probably see here, I'm gonna ping my laners to back off, hopefully. You see? Because I want them to play slow, and I want them to wait till I'm in the play. Because you should have like a main character syndrome, which means that either you are there on the play, or you ping them back. This is like the most important thing, especially if you're ahead, okay? So right now I'm pinging them back because I'm not there yet. If they're all in here and die before I get there, really bad. Right now I'm hovering and seeing what I can do. Right now I see K'Sante jump over. I killed the K'Sante. And now I see what I can get here. I can see here, I'm just trying to chase them here. Seeing if I can get something. The Graves bounced. And then I just found 2 targets here. I'm quite strong, right? Here I try to take the Herald. Find the Graves. Almost made it. Didn't make it. Okay. So ironically right now, okay, my top lane is still 0-8. My mid lane is 2-8. And my bot lane is doing fine. So you see how I'm taking top tower right now? Essentially, I'm actually getting man advantage in a way or another. Because I'm forcing the enemy team to catch the top lane wave, okay? But look what I'm gonna do. I yoinked a little bit of the farm. And right now, I'm basically leaving. So you see how this wave's like here? Usually in lower elos, when they see the wave here, they will go for it. But pay attention to my base timer. I mean, I have 3.6k gold. Even if I can take this camp here, don't go for it. Because especially if you're losing, and this is just fundamentals, okay? You want to have a good base. And the moment you have a good base, now I'm ready to take any fight. If I were to take my golems, and my team is contesting this mid lane wave, I now cannot fight. So I'd rather just get my good base off, take my camps, and then look to play for whatever objective I'm playing for. And I'm probably playing for the Otacon, so I'm gonna rush there. And the main reason why, in this case, I'm not clearing my weak set camps is because the objective is already up. So I wanna check it already. So what will I do here? I'm gonna hover mid lane. When I say hover mid lane, it's just being around. And then I'm gonna push the wave, or like not push, but I have my laners push the wave. And then we can rotate around. But do you see here how I basically am really strong and I really want to fight them? Look at the map state. My Aurelia far away. My Braum in base. Even though I'm super strong here, okay? And I could easily beat him 1v1. Why would I ever take a 4v2? So in this situation here, knowing that enemy teams around here, I am not looking for a fight here. I'm just running away. and I'm making sure that I at least can get numbers when my laners are pushing. So right now, I would say that the moment Irelia pushes bot lane, I will get numbers. They shoot 2 mid, 1 top. K'Sante overextending, I'm killing K'Sante. Now K'Sante is dead on my screen, pretty much. Making sure he can't ult me away. And now we get some kills here, okay? Nice. So basically my Irelia died once again. And I'll just take the Otacon here, okay? So how do I snowball this game when I'm so far ahead? So essentially, you can see here, what I'm going to be thinking about is the following, okay? Drake in 130. The general rule is 130 before the Drake, you want to be as strong as possible, and then you want to look to clear your weak side camps, which is, let's say, top side. But I cleared my camps already. Now, I want to look to get bot side control. But of course, my teammates are kind of far away, so I'm gonna play very slow here, and play slow basically, you know? And I'm gonna wait for my team to come closer. So one small thing mechanically you can do is I'm gonna show you the following. Right now, I'm kind of walking up an enemy team. I know that Karma has Q. I know Anivia has Q. So I'm just like kind of like walking up on them to bait their abilities. Do you see how he has his Q? I know he has his abilities, and I'm just trying to make sure he wastes his abilities. And this way, my LeBlanc gets now some space to do what she's doing without getting poked. If Anivia had Q and QQ my LeBlanc, he would get hard chunked. That's something you want to do on Nidalee. Use your body to bait your spells. And oh, I mean, this isn't anything advanced, but pay attention to mid lane. You want to always think about numbers. If you're winning, if you're losing, it doesn't matter. This DP is K'Sante. I identified on minimap my Irelia's mid lane, so technically it's going to be a 5v4 on the bot side, right? Because it's a 5v4 on the bot side, I don't really want to look for any fight. So you can see me here spamming bot lane, to be careful. And my job right now is to just make them stay around here, keep them engaged, but don't die. So right now, even if K'Sante is this low, if I can take a risk of dying but killing him, I will never take that. Because right now, Irelia is getting free mid lane tower. This guy is literally 0-9. But by us simply just playing this very slow, not dying, you can literally see me, I'm like so far away, knowing, okay, I don't want to do anything here. I could jump in, but I'm not jumping in. I'm also playing super safe. And here I'm just dancing around, you see? So now, as I'm dancing around, their mid tower is slowly but surely falling. If we manage to cancel the K'Sante base, maybe Irelia even... Actually, yeah, Irelia would just probably back off here. But you can see here that I'm trying to like tease them. And well, right now, they're super low. I'll just keep chasing them down. And now, because, you know, K'Sante based, and because he's in base, I can now chase them down, and I can kill them. I'm holding my spear to see how he walks. This is a very small thing that I would actually recommend, is that if your teammates, okay, are chasing him down, think like this. Imagine if this guy walks like this, where your teammates are walking in a straight line. By me holding my spear, he has to kind of like juggle, right? And if he juggles, these guys will get closer, and then he will die anyway. So just by holding spear, he's gonna walk a bit whiffy. But if he walks in a straight line like this tells me that he just wants to run straight. So I throw my spear here. And of course, if he's like in this position usually, it's a very hard choke point to dodge. So you just kill him, you know? Wonderful. Now we basically got some kills, and yeah, you know, what do you want to play for next? So essentially, I would say that you do want to play for Bot Tower, okay? Or actually, no, that's not true. You want to play for the Baron. Why do you want to play for the Baron? You want to play for the Baron because imagine you take one pick in the top side, and this is the enemy vision. What is the enemy team gonna do? They're probably gonna face check, right? But if they face check a Nidalee that's 21, that spear is gonna send them straight back to base. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking all his camps. And look what happened. I'm not sure if he saw me, but he did see me. But he just really wanted to scamp, you know? And now because he face checked, dead. But this is what's gonna happen. Whether he comes here or not, if we just push and hide, and we don't show on the map, they are gonna be sweating and thinking about whether they can do Baron or not here, right? So, yeah, you can see here, this is the map state. So technically right now, they should be sweating about Baron. You see how they're like picking question mark? If we don't decide to do the Baron here, and decide to trap, they're forced to face check. And they will die. But in this situation, I had a lot of gold, 2.6k. So I'd rather spend my gold here and then go for the Baron. I do think we could have gotten the Baron here, but this is just me trying to show you guys how to play fundamentally well. And as you can see here, I'm just hovering mid lane here. And now I'm probably gonna start it, because they're all showing bot lane here. Now my Irelia dies. And after he dies, well, it doesn't matter. Basically right now, what am I thinking about? It's just all about understanding after you take Baron, right here. What you want to do if you take Baron is think about, okay, do you need the base? If you don't need the base, you need to do two things. One, join our team, or two, ping them back. Right now I'm deciding to join my team. You see how my golems is up? I ignore that. If this guy's going this deep, ping them back. So right now, well, I'm just waiting for my Irelia to respawn. The moment he respawns, we can start sieging. We can see here, I decided to follow my misfortune and ping him to play safe if he was gonna play aggressive. But of course, my mindset right now is, okay, my Irelia is dead. They're 5 on the map. I am just gonna wait for numbers. Because technically, we are 3 here, and they are 4. So there's no reason for me to risk a fight here. So all I'm thinking about right now is just wait. Wait for my Irelia to come back. Relax a bit. Sip some water. And not take any risk. As I'm doing this, right, I'm basically not taking any risk. I'm staying max range, low key. I mean, I know I cannot die. They have no engage. So now, do you see my Irelia pressuring? The moment my Irelia hits mid lane, one of them has to respond. The moment they respond, that's my time to fight. Aniva responded. I feel confident to fight here now. And of course, their tower is down. And then I died here, but it doesn't matter. But essentially here, I think we pretty much just end the game. I think the following things that's gonna happen isn't anything crazy. I just siege with like my items. And I think even though my top lane is like super useless, because I played macro and fought at the right times, I basically managed to like win these games, essentially. And this was like playing with like a 0-10 or 0-14 start from my laners. And how did I achieve this result? Just to break it down for you guys. It is for sure understanding that tempo is very important. And base timers. So when I say base timers, very often I always clear my weak side camps. And then I go into strong side. By me being efficient with my timers, which is base timers and tempo, I managed to win a game where, yeah, my laners were like, you know, looking like this. And hopefully you guys have learned some of the fundamentals that I apply in my games. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And leave a comment below what you liked, what you didn't like. If you'd like to see more future videos like this. But yeah, I wish you guys a good one. And have a nice, wonderful day. Peace.